No, there's this incident in which a young child, boy, was attempting to stab one of his so-called enemies, and a friend of his stepped in front, hoping that he might have not go through with his intention. But this child ended up being stabbed and died. Now, what was funny though is his mom. She says that she gave this child a three-point principle. One, do not start a fight. Two, don't run away from a fight. And if you could stop a fight, go ahead and do that. And I think that's so bad. Mothers shouldn't be talking fight like that. I recall when I was growing up, my father, I would complain how people were doing me this and that and so forth. And my father said, look, man, I'm going to teach you how to fight. Mom saying, I don't want you to do that because already he has a whole bunch of people coming over here and, complaining and so forth. And if you teach him to fight, then he could do it well. You never know what he's going to do. So my mom she's saying, in other words, that if this boy becomes a problem, it's going to be my problem. But if he succeeds, it's going to be your glory. So, and as women go, they prefer not to see injuries and death and pain and all that stuff. So their advice is different. When I was teaching in Florida, there was this guy who would jump into fights. So I happened to, do my lawn care business in that area, and I went to complain to his parents. So I saw his dad, and he's like, he don't care. And his mom, she's saying, I say, hey boy, you can end up dead. Somebody kill him. He likes to jump into things that don't concern him. And he likes to, push fights and start fights and so on. She says that, she's worried about it. She's worried that he might kill somebody. So it seems as if, was the one telling him to be aggressive, either in defense or whatever. But the father might be the one who's saying, oh, no, don't. So when this mom is telling this boy this, just like in New York, there was this mom, she had two boys, both of them were gunned down at robberies. She told them to intervene, and I'm not sure she told them to intervene in robberies when people are armed, but they decided to do that. In one picture, he's standing next to the guy. He's at the cash register through the little hole talking with the owner, and this guy comes and pull the gun, and he had to grab the gun, and the guy stepped back and shot him. Bam, he fell over and died. Then the other brother went and the same thing, and she's saying, well, this guy trained him up, and she's proud to see them getting knocked out like that. I think that this mom who told the boy to, I don't think he could know the difference like that. Don't start a fight, don't run from a fight, and always part a fight. That's death you're looking at right there. Because today, in her day, maybe boys used to fight, fist and then you talk about each other. But today it's like they're gonna shoot you, stab you, bust your head with a baseball bat or something. So you have to my suggestion would be only if it's life and death. If you're back up against the wall, then you fight. Otherwise, try to see how you could get your out. Bribe, promise, do whatever, beg. Don't fight because even if you kill a fella, you might get a manslaughter charge, and it's a whole bunch of complication with fines and fees, lawyer fees, and all that. But this guy who really, he's in some serious trouble. I think in terms that he might get about maybe 15 years, so at 25 years he might come to prison if the plea deal goes through or if he's tried and found guilty. Now, it doesn't matter whether he had not intended to kill this guy. Because he had intended to kill another, the intent is going to transfer to this one who died. Even though he stepped in front of him, I don't think that is going to necessarily be any excuse or defense he could use further. He was using a deadly weapon, a knife or some instrument that could stab, and he intended to kill. So that's straight up murder. It don't sound like if it was self-defense or there was a fight and where it would be like mutual agreement. But then, even if they had mutually agreed to fight, as soon as you take out a weapon, it goes to another level, right? The analysis stops and goes to another level. You're taking advantage in bringing a weapon or, introducing a weapon into the fight. So he's definitely is going down the road. And what a wasted life, because in prison, them boys gonna marry him and so on, try to get him pregnant in there. Um, he's done. He's gonna learn maybe how to be a big time crook or a big time girl or something. When he's finished. And I'm not sure if he has mental problems. Well, of course, people that do serious crimes have mental problems. He couldn't reason properly. I mean, even at his age, he should be able to reason that, yes, this is going to kill him. He intended to kill him. He knows it will kill him. He knows the fella's going to die. That's why he's attempting to do it. Um, it's such a tragedy that, he's going to waste his life. But as I was saying that, it's showing that he has a mental problem straight up as early as now. And maybe his parents' drug use, intemperance, or not having prenatal or something they might have done. I mean, there is the random situation where you're going to find, everything is good, but yet this child is born with out all the salt or all the marbles, and there's going to be a problem. And most of all, they're involved in evil. See, as soon as they're born, parents try to make them Dracula or Houdini or something, and take them out to the Halloween. And while it's about candy, the real principle is evil, and you can't get away from it. It's going to be, they've dedicated this child to evil, and then this child on its own is going to go to different levels. This Ouija board, psychics, reading, the astrology, playing with magic stuff, reading with Harry Potter and all these evil stuff, and taking himself more and more on the dark side. So even if he has a mental problem, but he's with the Lord, it doesn't have to be that he could, commit himself like that. But even having a tendency or potential or propensity towards mental illness, being evil, is sure is going to do some dangerous things. When a mental lapse comes on with the evil, or you do some stuff that you can't imagine. But I hope other young people don't get their lives messed up like this.